Good morning, everybody. How are you? This is Stock Markets with Bruce. That's the name of this channel, and I am Uncle Bruce for today, Thursday, June the 5th, 2025. Welcome to the program, coming to you live from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where it is a beautiful sunny morning, and I think we're hitting 75 for the high today. We're quite happy with this. Thankfully, no smoke in the air from forest fires to date, but things can change. A lot of out of control fires in northern Canada. Not good. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me today. We got a couple things that we're watching out for right now. Tomorrow will be the jobs report, the unemployment number. We're going to find out how many jobs were or were not created in the last month. Now, this is truly going to be one of the first months where we can really see the effect, overall effect of tariffs. This being now June, we're going to get the April, May kind of numbers. And next month and the month after will also be very, very key to the direction of where we're going. The analysts out there, a lot of analysts out there, especially economics, overall economical analysts looking at the big picture of economies, world economies, national economies, they have already come out to say America is in recession. It's already retracting. The United States economy is shrinking. You can't feel it. You can't see it maybe. Some areas of the U.S. you might notice certain economic realities, perhaps more businesses closed in the last few months than normal, or more retail space for rent in your local shopping mall or in your city or town. Strip malls don't look as vibrant as they did before. Little things. Sometimes it's a car dealer that left town or shut down after many years and couldn't cut it anymore. Or have you begun to notice at all, anywhere where you live in America, of real estate projects stopping, half completed homes, a foundation made for a commercial building, and then nothing, and the site is all boarded up and abandoned. The crane is gone, the equipment that was there is gone. There's just a slab of concrete on the ground. This is a sign of economic slowdown, of a retracting economy. When the money runs out, or the will to invest into a project ceases, private investors pull out. You have to reorganize, and away you go. Just saying. You may find, some of you might be finding in some parts of America, this is evident to you. Others of you who are in certain other parts of America going, no, everything here's fine. Everything here's booming right along. You may also find, though, that you go to your local grocery store and let's say every week you go a certain day, certain morning every week you go to your favorite grocery store, and you notice a couple of things. You notice much higher prices, but you also notice fewer customers in the store. And that is a tip-off. As well, that there's something going on, and it's not good. It's negative to good. It's not good. It's bad. Just saying. Anyway, the job report tomorrow is coming out, and if it does show a weakening of job creation, or it shows job losses, there's your shot across the bow. There's your first shot across the bow. Now, what I'm hearing today, and what I have been hearing lately, is that as soon as this big, beautiful bill is passed in the Senate that extends tax cuts permanently, adds a $4 trillion to the spending limit, guarantees America $2.5 trillion to $5 trillion in deficit, higher deficits. As soon as that passes, all is supposed to be well. All is supposed to be wonderful in the garden, because Republicans are going, this is a big, beautiful stimulus bill. This bill will create all kinds of jobs. The fact that 10 million or 15 million Americans are going to lose their health care, that tells me there are going to be hundreds of thousands of healthcare jobs eliminated this year because you don't have 10 million patients, 11 million, 15 million new continual patients. What do you need all these nurses for? So I can see that part of the bill not working. The other spending cuts they've talked about will also create higher unemployment. So the win is for those who are winning. The losers are those who are already losing, and it'll just get worse. The problem is, unfortunately, that the mathematics of it is that I'm trying to get you to become a top 10 percenter to make a lot of money, 250,000 a year or more to get into the top 10%. You add up all the 10 percenters versus the bottom 50 percenters. The bottom 50 percenters are going to get the crap kicked out of them with this budget. I mean, without question, this is going to be years of misery. There are 150 million of those, 200 million of those. Up here at the top 10%, what do you got? 5 million of them? There will be a few winners and a lot of losers. And unfortunately, for the winners, some of them are going to go broke because they make money from the bottom half of the economy. And these folks here are noticing that the business they're in, that they make a lot of money from, is about to be eviscerated underneath their feet because the support mechanisms in America are about to be dropped dramatically. Again, I don't want to talk politics, but I have to because this is going to affect the GDP of the United States. And the outside world has already indicated what it thinks of this big, beautiful bill and the tariff stuff and everything else. It's made its position known. And what is the position of the outside world? Dump American assets that are dominated and domiciled in American dollars. And so the US dollar is falling in value because fewer American dollars are needed by the outside world or wanted by the outside world. And so dollars are flowing everywhere. And every week, the Treasury of the United States, the Federal Reserve, the Treasury, they issue new bonds to replace the old bonds that are maturing, and they're adding a bunch of billions on top of those bonds to issue another series of new bonds to carry and afford the deficit that does not stop. And this bill will make it worse. And so more dollars will need to be, quote, printed. In the old days, the printing presses will print more dollar bills, and that dilutes the value of the US dollars. Just like GameStop raising money from investors by selling shares from its treasury, they are diluting the shares outstanding to raise cash. Well, America is diluting its dollars to raise money to pay for the $1 trillion a year deficit, $1.5 trillion. You tell me what the number is. You can't get a straight answer from a politician, of course. The 20 plus trillion in debt is just going to get worse, and dollars are going to be needed to be printed to pay for it. That's all there's to it. And those with the most money will pay less towards the debt because they're being given a big, beautiful tax bill, permanent tax cuts for the high-enders and for corporate America. The very successful corporate America. Then there's the revenge tax that is in this bill. The revenge tax is in this bill, and Senate, I don't hear a peep out of the Senate about killing it. I don't know about you. Have you heard about it? I think the revenge tax is still in there. Yikes, is what I have to say about that. The outside world is already voting with their feet. They're voting by clicking on their computer screen. Dump U.S. bonds and buy Euro bonds. Dump U.S. stocks and buy European stocks. Or I own, our pension fund in Sweden owns IBM shares, and we own Apple shares, and we own write call options against this stuff to hedge our bet. And that's what they're doing. They are hedging their bets on their American investments. There are investors, foreign investors, who are buying insurance on the value of their bonds, the U.S. bonds that they hold. And it's costing them as much as the interest they're getting from the U.S. bonds. And so they're losers. There are, of course, foreign investors that 5 years ago bought a 10-year bond that the American government issued. 5 years ago, a 10-year bond was giving you 1% interest, 0.75%, 1.5% interest is all you were going to get. And that's all they're getting on the amount of money they paid for that bond. That bond's value has dropped dramatically because new bonds pay 4.5 to 5%, and the dollar has shrunk on top of it. And so this bond that foreign investors around the world, including governments like China, Japan, South Korea, and others, willingly invested into, are now down 20, 30, 35% in value. They're not very happy right now. And what is coming out of Washington is not helping matters whatsoever. And they're supposed to cut a new trade deal now. Like, I'm down 30% on your bond, and you're telling me I have to now accept new terms and conditions to trade with you guys? You're already costing me a fortune. This is the attitude of the outside world to America. And Americans are not getting this other than from schmucks like me and the odd other independent news source or market source or whatever. You're not going to get this on CNBC. They are so Republican over there. You're not going to get that information. They're going to give 30 seconds of time for this discussion, and the rest of their time they're going to talk about how great everything is in Washington. You're not going to get this from Fox Business. You're not going to get it from those guys. You're not going to get it from some of the biggest financial outfits in New York, because they're deep into the Republican Party. They're deep into the Republican message. They want the tax cuts. They want corporate America to have fewer regulations. They want all this Kool-Aid stuff that they think is just going to be great. On the street, it's ugly, and it's getting worse. And the outside world sees it. They're not oblivious to it because they don't watch Fox News. Overseas, they watch news from around the world, and they watch what the Canadians are saying, the Japanese are saying, the South Koreans are saying, the Chinese are saying, the Africans, the Latin Americans, the Middle Easters, all the other news outlets they can get their hands on, and then they're deciding what to do. And they're getting enough of a varied picture, including the right-wing picture. Of course, they see the Kool-Aid picture, and then they see the other picture, and then they make up their minds. And more of them have made up their minds to sell American assets than to own American assets. And that's why the dollar is in such trouble right now. It's going to go lower. American dollar is going to go lower. So that's me. That's my take on that. What is happening? The Dow is down 8 points. The S&P down 3. NASDAQ down 22. Gold is up $24 an ounce. Oil is up 25 cents a barrel to $63. People might be asking, why, Bruce, is oil at $63 a barrel when the American economy is retracting? Europe was in recession, is trying to get out of it because Germany is going to spend its way out of a recession. Why is oil up? Because oil is priced in American dollars. The oil price at $63 is really only $56 from like 6 months ago. Now you're thinking, how does that work? Just take 10% off the price of oil. The American dollar has lost 10% of its value overseas. And so to Europeans, oil is cheaper than to Americans. Euros are worth more money against the American dollar than they were 3 months ago, 6 months ago. So euros can buy more oil per euro than they could 6 months ago, which means the $63 price to a European is about $56, $57. And if the American dollar loses another 10%, which is expected this year, it's already happening, then this oil price of $63 is really $50 a barrel to a European. That's the power of shrinkage of the American dollar to the outside world. So you might see a price of oil at $67 a barrel, when in reality, if the American dollar was where it was before Trump opened his mouth, this thing would be $45, $50 a barrel because of the slowing economy. Just saying. And this is why gold is at $3,400 an ounce. It's trying to go back to record highs, and it will. Gold will go to $4,000 an ounce by the end of this year, but it won't be worth $4,000 an ounce. It's worth 4,000 American dollars an ounce, but in reality, it's only worth 2,800 in euro conversion, because the American dollar will have slipped so much against the euro and the British pound and the Japanese yen and the Swiss franc, that gold will be $2,800, the equivalent of. So for Europeans who buy and sell gold in euros or in British sterling or in Swiss francs, gold hasn't changed all that much. What's changed is the American dollar valuation has changed, meaning every US citizen is losing wealth against the rest of the world because Americans get paid in American dollars. And there's the problem. If you're a diplomat or an executive for an American corporation and you're based overseas somewhere and your pay is based on American money, you're getting a pay cut. Your check every month is shrinking in actual value to the currency in which you live. So you live in Europe, your cost of living is rising for you because your American dollars are shrinking against the euro. And this is what's going on. Just saying. And then, of course, the tariff game on top of everything else to just totally screw it up. There you go. I don't want to talk politics. I really don't. I want to talk to you about how you can make money writing options. And one way to make money writing options is to be aware of politics and to be aware of the direction of economies and to be aware of the perception of the outside world on the markets you follow. And because you folks out there write options on US stocks and US stock indexes, you have to understand the relationship between the American markets and the world markets. And you are, and I'm doing the best I can to help you there. And congratulations to those of you out there who are writing options inside your 401k, IRA accounts, RRSPs in Canada, TFSAs, all the different kinds of retirement accounts in Europe, everywhere else in the world. And those of you who have cash accounts and margin accounts, congratulations on what you're doing here, making money. One little indication about how much money you might need to really consider is my question of the day today. Have you seen this little question? I think a number of you have already answered it. The question of the day has already got 111 votes. Any one of you can answer this question. It's not targeted to any one group. It's open to all, and this can be for Americans or non-Americans. But 112 people have answered the question, which is the average American has less than $50,000 saved for their retirement. Do you have more than $50,000 in your plan? Yes or no? 82% of you who are here say I do have more than $50,000 saved for my retirement. 18% of this channel's viewers say no, I don't. Am I relieved to see this result? Oh, am I ever relieved to see this result? This is exactly what I was hoping would come out, that a vast majority of the viewers of this channel have more than 50,000 saved for their retirement. The reality is, however, and again, it's not necessarily you guys, but I want you to appreciate the fact that the average in America is 50,000. So if you got 100,000 saved, 150, 250, 400,000, 800,000, thank God for that, because the average is 50. You know what that means? Half of Americans don't have 50,000 saved for their retirement. They have far less, if nothing, saved. Do you know? Are you aware that of the youngest Americans who are working now, and I'm going to say 35 and under, half of a certain generation, and I don't know what generation I'm talking about, Generation Z, Generation whatever, zero saved for retirement. 50% are gig workers with no retirement plans at all. They're in their 30s and they're going into their 40s and they have nothing. Their entire retirement is their cash flow on whatever it is they're doing. They have nothing saved up because they're gig workers that don't have a plan. There's no mandatory savings plan other than Social Security. They got nothing. These folks, a percentage of these folks, will end up with nothing when they retire. Whether they want to or not is the question. And when you hit a certain age and health interferes with your life, you're done for. Now you can't work because of physical, medical issues. On the other hand, you're ready to retire at age 60, but you got nothing to retire on. You're going to work until you're 70, 75, or 80. You're going to live in your children's homes. You're going to live in a trailer park. You're going to live in a subsidized housing thing. I don't know. But it's not good. How many millions of Americans and Canadians are homeless? How many of those millions are living in their cars, living in their vans, living in RVs that don't move? They can only tow their RV to another place to park. They can't drive it. The RV they're living in is simply a structure with a roof on it that they're living in for now. And when they somehow can upgrade their lives, they'll abandon the RV where it is and walk from it. How many are in that position who can't possibly think of retiring or adding to a retirement account? It's truly scary. And so, as your friend, if I am in any way able to help you make capital, make money from the stock market by being an option writer on a conservative basis, as a conservative option writer, I feel like I'm helping the world out somehow, some way, and I sure hope this happens. Jobless claims climb to an 8-month high, headline coming up, but it's probably not a sign of rising layoffs from trade wars. There's all kinds of stuff going on here. We're up 26 on the Dow. We're up 3 on S&P. We're up 8 on NASDAQ. It would appear that's what we're doing. Can't guarantee it. Double check one other little thing here. See if I can figure this out. Don't mind me. Yeah, we've got a slight gain on the futures. The US dollar is attempting a little bit of a run up here. Crude oil is 63.14, and that's up 30 cents. Gold 34.18 at the moment. Okay, so that's what I'm showing right now. Dow futures are showing a gain of 25, and S&P are showing a gain of 3 points. Not a lot going on. Option writing. Look, I've been on the air since 2021. January 2021, I've been on here live every market day as best as I can. And back at that time, what was the topic of the day? GameStop was the only topic of the day, and day trading and COVID and all that. By the summer of 2021, classes were available for you to acquire to start to learn how to write stock options. And those of you who held GameStop shares as your main investment, for rightly or for wrongly, or as a side thing, you had GameStop as well as other stuff, you started to learn how to write call options, covered calls on your GameStop. And I know at one point in time, this channel had 106,000 subscribers. It was like February of 2021. In December, I had 1,400. In February, at 106,000. All right, so a lot of people found this channel along with many other YouTube channels out there. And they eventually came and went and came and went. And now I have about 82,000 subscribers from 106,000. Because a lot of those followers were flippers, day traders or day trader wannabes, and they were looking for the magic formula to buy a GameStop stock at $1 and have it go to $100 or $300 or $500 a share. And they never found the answer to that riddle. They thought they had, but they never did. A small percentage of the 106,000 that were here started to become option writers because, as you completely know, painfully might know, or frustratingly know, it's next to impossible for any of you to convince someone else to become an option writer. And yet you know people that should be option writers. You know family, friends, and relatives that would really do well if they would only become option writers, but they won't do it. You know why, I know why. This channel specialized into option writing because I had a choice to make back in January, February, March, April, May, June, July of 2021. Am I going to be a day trader's promoter? Am I going to be a promoter of stocks? Am I going to try to follow 100 different hot stories and try to get you into these and this and that? There were a bunch of YouTubers doing that back in that day, and they're gone. They're almost all erased from existence. I figured, no, what I'm going to do is try to protect you as best I can, give you the straight goods on the markets in plain English, and try to attempt to show you how to become an option writer so that you could bring income in on investments you have, so that at least the money you put into this market pays you a return while you're still searching for the holy grail of stocks that one day might make you a billionaire. And it quickly became evident that as a number of you joined in and began to go, hey, this is easier than I thought. I never knew I could bring in thousands of dollars every couple of months by just holding my GameStop and writing options on this stuff. This is wild. As that took off and we brought out the classes with Auntie Jen and we started to do the one-on-ones, I have my core following of viewers who are still here. 3-4 years later, I have viewers still here writing options years into this relationship. And many of you who are here actively or passively, a lot of you out there have brought in more money from option sales, option writing, than the value of your entire account when you first found me. That's the shocker of it all. And a number of you have quit your day jobs years ago. You walked away from that endless crap work and you've become full-time option writers. You're now asset managers and you've got your toes into all kinds of little things. Some of you are doing all kinds of side gigs on top of option writing. It's great. It's absolutely great. But in the last 6 months, it has become apparent, and the last year in particular, but the last 6 months, where I have really encouraged as many of you as humanly possible to get out of the stock market with respect to holding shares and holding cash instead, and to write cash secured puts on a number of your positions, favorite stocks that you love, and start to write cash secured puts and bring daily interest into your account, which is your new dividend, your first time ever that you're getting a monthly dividend cash. And I'm now beginning to push you folks to the next level of option writing that is going to dominate and completely take over most of the option world that we're used to. And that is 0 days to expiry option writing. Not the present version of it. No, I'm talking about the future of this area. This area is going to expand dramatically and will incorporate the entire planet into your option world. And there's 2 reasons for it. 0 day to expiry options are going to now be expanded and offered on a whole bunch of stocks over the next 2 to 3 years. It won't take long for the entire Dow 30 to have them. The NASDAQ 100 will all have it. And 250 to 350 of the S&P 500s will have 0 day to expiry contracts available within 2 to 3 years from now. But the other factor that's going to bring the world in, apart from expanding it out from where it is now, is the expansion of trading hours. Right now, we open at 9:30 in the morning Eastern time in New York, and we shut down at 4 o'clock. The typical week trading time will go from, instead of Monday morning at 9 o'clock until Friday at 4, it's going to go from Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern time in the evening, Sunday evening in New York, until Friday at 7 o'clock in the evening that next week. And 23 out of 24 hours a day, there will be trading of options and stocks. That's where we're going. That's where we're headed. And this allows anyone anywhere on the planet at noon their time, at 3 in the afternoon their time, to trade U.S. stocks, U.S. options, including 0 day to expiry contracts. And your investing strategy is now going to shift, because you're now going to have to think about the fact that the market opens at 8 o'clock at night every night. Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. Friday at 7 p.m., we shut down until Sunday night at 8 o'clock. And we close down at 7 o'clock that next day. So Sunday night, we open at 8 o'clock. Monday at 7 p.m., the first day, Monday is done. Tuesday is done at 7 o'clock p.m. Wednesday is done at 7 p.m., and so on. Options will do the same thing. And you have got to get aware of this now. That's why I'm telling you about it today. Nowhere can you trade 0 day to expiry contracts on NVIDIA. You can't do them right now on on AI or any of your favorite stock. You can't do 0 day to expiry contracts on a whole bunch of stocks out there. No. You could today, Thursday, write options that expire tomorrow, because they do expire every Friday right now on a lot of the issues you follow. So yeah, if you want to do a cash secured put on GameStop that dies tomorrow night, you could try to write one. You're not going to get any money for it, but you could try. But you could certainly do a credit spread trade. Call or put credit spread on NVIDIA or Microsoft or Apple or Tesla or any stock you want that expires tomorrow. If you're into 1 day to expiry contracts, tomorrow morning at this time, you could, once the market opens tomorrow morning, write contracts on Tesla, NVIDIA, or anybody else that expire Friday, tomorrow night. That's a 1 day contract. You could attempt that. Shortly, very shortly, you're going to be able to write 0 day to expiry every day of the week, Monday to Friday, on the Magnificent Sevens. And then we expand our trading hours, and it'll get all the way out to 23 hours a day. And there will be help for you to do this, because you cannot stay awake 24 hours a day. You need to find some time to sleep. While the market is open, you will need to find time to sleep. The good news is your apps, these apps that we're going to be using, that we're using now and we're going to continue to use, are being loaded up with artificial intelligence software. And this allows you to predetermine trades in your account based on variables of the market. But I'm coming back to the bottom line. If you don't know what the hell a stock option is, you're screwed. If you don't understand how spreads work, you're screwed. You're vulnerable to losing it all. You're going to get taken out while you're asleep. You're going to be wiped out while you're napping, because markets have a tendency of jerk-like reactions that can catch you unawares. And your brokerage firms, as friendly as they are and as wonderful as they are to work with, they have margin requirements. And if your account goes offside at 3 in the morning, I'm sorry, you got sold out. You have got to have in place protection to help you through the new world of option writing. And this is not just for 0 day to expiry. This is all option writing. So welcome to the new world. I'm bringing you into it kicking and screaming, whether you like it or not. And I don't know if I'm the first guy to talk to you about it or I'm the 15th guy, but I'm certain that out of all the YouTubers out there, very few of them are talking to you about the future, Marty, the future. And the future is months away in some cases. Now, here's the thing to also keep in mind. Right now, the option market, the popular notion is that there's about $5 trillion in the option market right now, changing hands and rolling over all the time. I believe that if we're going to go 23 hours a day, 5 days a week trading, and you're now offering the ability to buy and sell and write and gamble with stock and options in any time zone of the world, in daylight hours, convenient to the other side of the planet, there's going to be triple the number of gamblers coming into this option market at a minimum, which tells me triple the number of dollars that are coming in. Because now it'll be fashionable and convenient for Middle Easterners and Asians to play this market. And there'll be $15 trillion sloshing around the option market. There'll be many more trillions sloshing around the equity market, because again, equities now will be available to all around the world. And if you're in Pakistan, you're in Bangladesh, you're in New Delhi in India, you got one of these. They all have one of these. They will have access to the same technology you have to buy and sell calls, puts, stocks, bonds, you name it. And that will bring in a whole new army of gamblers that are either as smart as you are, smarter than you are, or not as smart as you are, not as educated as you are on the nuances of the options market. I'm trying to give you a head start. That's what it's all about. For those of you out there who are new to this, I can't encourage you enough as to how exciting this is going to be, how profitable this can be to you. There are viewers here who have, in the last 3 months, figured out already, all by themselves or with my help, have already figured out, Bruce, you keep coming up with these new methods of using options. I get it that back in 2021, we were all into GameStop and AMC and all the other hot flying stocks. And we're all following NVIDIA in 2022 and 23, and we're all watching this. And so we got into options. We got into covered call writing. And then you told us you don't even need to own stock. Just buy deep in the money calls and write options on the calls. Poor man covered call writing. We got into that with you. Then you brought out the cash secured put thing. Then you brought out the credit spread thing, the iron condor thing on stocks. Oh my God, I just opened our eyes like, wow, this is another world. And now I'm telling you about trading 0 day to expiry contracts. Whether you're writing calls, covered calls, whether you're writing spreads, whether you're writing cash secured puts, a 4-day cash secured put on NVIDIA, you can do that. I'm opening up this world to you. And for some of you here, quite a number of you, you have latched into this idea of, Uncle Bruce, what I love about this credit spread writing thing you talk about, these call credit spreads right now, because the markets are pretty high and I want to stay way ahead of this market. What I like about this call credit spread game is I can do this with $1,000. I don't need 50 grand to do call credit spread writing on the triple Qs. I can do triple Q trading with $1,000, 2 grand, 5 grand, 10 grand, whatever I choose. I can limit my losses on the worst possible outcome on a triple Q or SPY 0 day to expiry contract, a credit spread, to an exact specific amount of money. I don't have unlimited losses. I'm not vulnerable to unlimited losses. This I like. The thing that I also appreciate is that if I'm using 5 grand to do 5 $10 credit spreads or 10 $5 credit spreads, I'm looking for 5% return on a daily trade basis, 6%, 8%. Give me that. I'll write tomorrow expiry contracts and I'll get 8, 10, or 12% or more on some of these spreads, but I'll stay way out of the campfire. The market is on the Qs are 530 right now. I will write 540s. I'm not going to write calls under 540 if the market is at 530. I want to be out of the range of this market at least, knowing that the all-time high is 540.81. I would really rather say to the market, you want to catch me on my credit spread, you're going to have to hit new all-time highs by tomorrow. That's what I'm going to put at you. If you do write 2-day or 3-day contracts, you can go to 545. Now you're saying to the market, you have to hit not only the high of before, you got to add another percentage point on top of that. That means that the NASDAQ has got to gain 600 points in 2 days to make my life uncomfortable in this existing position. And I can do a rollover, even if you do that. That's what viewers here are figuring out very quickly. Look, around here, newbies, you new kids coming in here, especially you younger viewers, those of you who are under 45, under 40, in your 30s, late 20s, you're broke. You don't have any money. Unless you inherited it, you got nothing. There's the odd viewer here who's done really well in their 20s and they worked their butts off and they've got a ton of dough and way to go. But the majority of my viewers that are less than 40 years old, they don't have a lot of dough to throw around. And that makes sense because you're in debt to your student loans, your credit cards, you got rent to pay, and you got a shitty paying job. I get it. For those of you, what appeals to you guys about credit spread writing, conservative credit spread writing on a zero date of expiry basis is the mere fact that it's pretty simple to figure out how to pull out $100 a day from these shrinking contracts. It's pretty easy to do that. You figured out that, I got like $5,000 here. If I could pull out $100 a day out of $5,000, I'm trying to get 2% a day. That's all I'm looking for, 2%. That's 10-cent spreads. So if I can write a call for 25 and buy a call for a nickel, there's a 20-cent spread, and I shut that thing down with a 12-cent profit margin. After commissions, I clear 10 cents. I just made 2% on my money. I just made $100. $100 a day at that level, which is really conservative trading, is $2,000 a month in flow of capital. Now, if you need that money to live on, you'll take that $2,000 out. You might take out $500 every week out of your account and spirit it wherever it has to go. But $2,000 a month added to what you're making now will make a difference in your life. 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now, you'll go, oh yeah, this 10 grand I brought in, 12 grand I brought in, oh, it has helped around here. And this next 5, 6 months of the same kind of capital, 24,000 in a year, oh yeah, I have places for 24,000 to go. It will reduce the cost of my living big time. But for a lot of you, you're going, well, if I'm putting $5,000 to work, I can make more than 2% on a daily shrinkage basis here. I could probably pull in 4 to 6%. And if it's 4 to 6% on $5,000, it's $200 to $300 a day. $200 to $300 a day is $4 to $6,000 a month. That is another number entirely. The difference between $2,000 a month and $6,000 a month, you can't compare them. For someone who's broke, that is a leap beyond typical. There is no minimum wage job that you can work at to make $60,000 or $72,000 a year. You can't work enough hours at $20 an hour or $15 an hour to make that kind of money. Certainly not after tax. But if you can make $6,000 a month on the side as a side gig, being a conservative credit spread writer, call credit spreads, you will change your demographic dramatically in your house. It will make after the 3rd, 4th month of doing that kind of business, your economics have completely changed over. And I'm trying to get you to the level where you're going to generate $20,000 a month. I don't want to stop pushing you guys until you hit $360,000 a year, $30,000 a month, $1,000 a day, $1,500 a day. And there are people here who watch me and who are actively talking to us or not actively talking to us, who are generating a couple of thousand a day already. And they're not bragging about it, and they're not showing off, and they're not putting on a front of 6 set, nothing like that. They're just quietly going about their business, and they are writing these spreads and are taking thousands of dollars off the table every single week because it's just being handed to them on a silver platter by gamblers who are only going to buy calls to try to run them up and make a profit on them. That's it. It's nothing magical to it. How many contracts can you write is the secret to your success. To make $100 a day, you might need to do 10 spreads, 5 spreads. To make 1,000 a day, you might need to write 30, 40, 50 spreads a day. To make 5,000 a day, you might have to write 200 spreads a day, 300 spreads a day. It's only how many. It's nothing else. The good news about these contracts is they trade tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of contracts every single day. The volume is unbelievable. The spreads are tight, easy in, easy out. There you go. Welcome to the party, pal, where we're trying to change your life. And so, conclude quickly here. Next week, Saturday, is class number 19. Auntie Jen and I will be live at noon Eastern next week, Saturday, to go over class number 19. How to be a call and put credit spread writer for 0 day to expiry contracts. The whole thingy. Worth your while. What's your cost? $200. You find $200 and give yourself 3 hours of your time to join us next week, Saturday. And I'll do the live class with the old whiteboard here. And then after the class is over, we'll get it to Emily, and she'll edit it, and you will then get an edited version within the week of that class, which you can watch again and again and again and again, all you want. And the rest of you who don't show up on the Saturday live, you'll be able to buy it on the website for $200 when it's up and running there. Space is limited. Antigen can only handle so many people at a time. A number of you took advantage of the announcement yesterday to definitely sign up. Sooner the better. Once we hit a certain number, we'll cut it off. But at the moment, there are seats available if you're interested. For some of you, you're going to say to me, I don't need to learn this stuff. I already do enough in this. I already do this. I already do that. I don't need anything more. Fair enough. You feel that way? You feel that way. For some of you, though, especially you Gold Bagel members, if you're one of these guys, you don't need me to encourage you to consider getting this class because you know from history and from experience, every single class that we bring out, you seem to learn something new, whether you thought you would or not. There's something that'll come out at you and go, I hadn't realized that, or shoot, I forgot that. And that relates to this, which relates to that. Oh, shoot, I am way ahead here. For those of you who are going to try to make $100 or $200 a day being call credit spread writers on 0 day to expiry contracts, you're going to need to clear $200 in profits to get your money back from the class that I'm offering you next week, Saturday. I have a pretty strong, confident feeling that any of you who are going to take class 19 are going to find that the next week and the week after that, you're going to start to tinker with 0 day to expiry or 1 day to expiry or 2 day to expiry credit spread trades. And I have a suspicion that that $200 that you put out will come back to you very quickly, and for the rest of your life, you will take money off the table. Now, if you're taking $2,000 off the table every month for the next 5 years, you're taking $120,000 out of the market. It costs you $200 to figure it out. So you decide for yourself if it's worth your while or not. Thank you, everyone here who just tolerates the old man every day. I appreciate you so much. I don't like to repeat myself, but there are always folks coming through here who are noobs, brand noobs, and I want to be available to and give you an idea of what's going on, what the potential is for you. Thank you, all of you who have subscribed to this channel from day one, who have stayed as subscribers. Thank you, those of you who've joined me lately as subscribers. You've just become a new subscriber of this channel in the last month, 3 months, 6 months. Congratulations to you. You've stuck it out. You're here. Those of you who have become members of this channel, I can't thank you enough. Thank you all for being Chillin' members at $10 a month or Gold Bagel members at $25 a month. Last night we had our primetime live show, Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, primetime with Uncle Bruce, just for Gold Bagel viewers, and we covered a whole bunch of stuff yesterday, and I think it went fairly well. Again, you have to decide for yourself whether this is for you or not, whether you want to be a kind of a day trader, a weekly trader, a writer of options every 3-4 days, once a month. Maybe you want to be an option writer just once every 3-6 months or so. Stock specific or not, it's wide open. You get to decide yourselves what it is and how it is you're going to write options. But you'll find, though, that the more you learn here, the more you hang out with this gang of regulars and the more you absorb from us, you will figure out what part of the option market turns you on and what turns you off. And you will then zero in on where you want to be as an option writer. Congratulations to those of you who have found your niche. You found your little area and you're exploiting it. For those of you who are still searching for the right combination of option writing positions here or here, keep the drive alive. Don't stop. Keep it going. Trip hazard #1 today on the thumbs up meter. Thank you. Richard Carlin is here. Carrie, number 5 today on the thumbs up. Carrie, become a member. Legacy is here. Good morning, everybody. We've gone to member-only comment now, so thank you all. Splair's here. Welcome, my friend. Good morning to you. Carrie, go, baby, go. What else is going on? The Big E is here. Hector, margin called. JV is here. CKT is here. Sharon is in the house. Eddie, there's Charlie. Hector, Mandu 5. Mr. P in the house, baby. Not going to stop Mr. P today. DH Ruda here. Ed is in the house. Jared, thank you all. Charlie, our 272.50, 270 IBM call spreads should be green when markets open this morning. Giddy. Right on. Let's make some dough out there. Rice Checks is here. Number 32 thumbs ups. Thank you for these thumbs ups, you guys. Jared, I see homes not selling as fast around my neighborhood. John Biscuit, is it true if you go to America on a week's holiday, you get a free 6-month stay in El Salvador? Are there opportunities out there? Robert, 36 thumbs up. Thank you, Robert, and have a great day today, buddy. Appreciate you. The Free Range is here. Doug is here. James of the Misty Tree. Jeff Glass. Welcome all to the program. I'm glad that you're here. Who else is here? Folks are saying talk to each other and commenting about the politics and all this stuff. And thank you. What can I say? Jared, thanks, John. Cindy Murphy wrote calls on what is this? Wrote calls 850, 1,700 shares expiring next week, and then I will rebuy or write puts. Go RCAT, make money. What else is going on here? Larry Titus, good morning. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Jimmy is saying Meta's on fire. Jeff Glass in the house. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you again. Kaiser Trip in the house today. Who else is in the house here? Nice to see you all. John Biscuit, I spend more than $50,000 on a good night out. There you go. Thank you all. Welcome. Tons of commentary coming through. Hi, Corinne. Thank you. Here we are. Aaron, Milan, Vega. Hi, everybody. It's been a while, and Bruce, you're still crushing it. I'm selling cash ticket puts regularly, and also some covered calls. I love the photo of you holding a GameStop bag with a GameStop T-shirt in front of a GameStop store. I tell you, I go when I travel and I see a GameStop store in a mall or whatever, in a town or a city or a country, I just go, oh, thank you, guys. Thank you, GameStop, for changing my life. GameStop's run up in 2020 and 2021 completely changed my life. No question. Created this channel and made this channel, gave it a footing to get it going. Unbelievable. So I love it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for your kind words. Appreciate it, of course. Who else is here? Jay Boy is here. How are you doing, everybody? Aaron Duchesne. What about SoFi, Uncle B? What should we do on SoFi? Well, it is now the 5th of June. We have 25 days to go till the end of the second quarter. They're crushing it. I'm sure they are. They're going to release new numbers at the end of July that will blow away the street again. And the question is, will the shares be in the 13 range, or will they be in the 16 range, or will they run to the 20 range? They're not going to $8. I think they're going a ton higher. Cash secured puts is what I'd be doing. I would not be afraid to sell the shares at 13 something and immediately turn around and write $15 cash secured puts. I wouldn't even flinch at that. And I would take the premium for January 15s at the least, take in dollars a share, and just say, go up to 15, 16. I'll roll them into 17s. I'll roll them into 20s. Give me the money plus money. I want other people's money in my account on top of my money, and I want to earn daily interest on it. That's the way I'd play it. I wouldn't be adverse to even recommending $17 cash secured puts. Take the $350 time, book value plus time on top of that. I'd grab the dollars, baby. That's what you want to do. Anyway, there you go. Welcome, 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 welcome. Folks talking to each other, having spirited discussions. Mike H. says that Taco's press secretary's new name is Taco Bell. Oh my goodness. That taco name is really catching on, isn't it? It sure is. ALA is here, number 75 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you for these thumbs ups, guys. Are you answering my poll question? Please do if you get a chance. 186 of you have done so. And the thumbs up number keeps growing. I appreciate that as well. We now have 97 thumbs ups. We open in 4 minutes. The average American has saved $50,000 for their retirement. Do you have more than $50,000 in your plan? So far, 76% of you say I do have more than $50,000, but 24% say I don't. And there is the key here to the future of the United States. How many seniors are already now working in their retirement years because they have to, and how many more are coming? I fear, and I believe the statistics are accurate, more senior-aged Americans will have to be working in their 60s and 70s because of economic distress that they want to. And there are a lot of people out there who are taking Tylenol every 4 hours or any other medication every 4 hours to work because they must work, even in pain. And it is a crying shame that the strongest and richest country in the world has this going on because Social Security just isn't enough, not in this world of ours today. The American dollar is plummeting against foreign currencies, and Americans' standard of living is dropping every day right now. You have got to fight to the opposite direction. You've got to become an option writer. In my humble opinion, you got to make money from this market, and the one way you could do it is writing options, because the desperados out there, of which there are millions around the world, if not hundreds of millions, are trying to buy options to win a lottery. They think the options market is a lottery ticket. You've got to sell lottery tickets. The odds are in your favor. Zach, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Zach, for the thumbs ups today. Giddy up, everybody. What else is going on here? Jose, hi, Uncle Bruce. Can I look at options contracts for Palantir and assume that GameStop options, when it goes to the hundreds, be similar to the current Palantir option prices? I can't guarantee you that. I have no idea. Palantir came from what, $15 a share a year ago, to when it hit 40, everyone thought, oh, that's it right there. Oh, that's the wall of, it can't possibly get past 40. Then it went to 80. Well, it can't possibly go beyond that. It's going back to 40. It didn't. It went to 100. No, it can't go beyond that. Now it's 130. So the hype, the momentum behind that stock, the S&P inclusion, the NASDAQ 100 inclusion, completely different philosophy around that stock, completely different vibe around that stock than a year ago. Can't compare it to GameStop. That's not fair. Charlie, not necessarily, Jose. Volume of shares traded each day affects the option prices. There's all kinds of reasons for this. Kilowatt Dre is here. Giddy up. White Feather says, I've been trading 0-day to expiry options for the past few months. I've consistently received a 1-day daily return on my money. On rock and roll, very conservative trades, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this. This is very good trading. This is giving you almost 20% a month, and it can compound huge returns. That is a very seriously good comment. White Feather, thank you for doing that. Charlie, bet you're battling almost 1,000 there, batting 1,000. Way to go, buddy. Weber is in the house, number 80, thumbs up. Love boat captain, exactly. White Feather, I'm not complaining. Pickcomb is here saying hello, everybody. Andre is saying buongiorno. Jeff Class is here. Juan JM, number 93 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you, buddy. Margin calls. Hey, everybody. Henry T is here. Good morning. Kelly is here. Flint Creek Soap Company is in the house. Good morning, familia. In and out saying, hey, what's happening? Jen and I brought with us from the USA our order of soap that we brought, we picked up from Flint Creek Soap Company. This is the official soap company of this channel. Go to thinpeaksoapcompany.com and you'll find her, and you'll find these soaps. We brought all our soap back with us here to Canada, and every bathroom and in the kitchen, by the kitchen sink, we've got the soap. Love it. Get your soap from her as well. Mike, I have more than 50 grand tied up in cash secured puts right now. Giddy up. Dude, good morning, everyone. Much love. Be clean and keep writing. Get your soap. Larry has made an announcement. The markets are open. Here's the bells. Thank you, Larry. Richard, Carlin. Neat. Margin call. I got $3.40 for my SoFi Jan 26 $15 cash secured puts a while ago. You can still get $3.15 right now. There you go. ALA. Neat. Giddy up, everybody. Where else? I mean, how simple is this? You sell the stock for 13 something dollars. You turn around and write a $15 cash secured put. You get $3.15 for it, 20% more, 21, 22% more in cash. Thank you so much. Now you're sitting on, what would that be? 1350 plus 350, you got 1665 in cash in your account for your SoFi stock. You're earning daily interest on that money. Thank you very much. Now, if you have 1,000 shares and you sell 1,000 shares for 13 something thousand bucks, 13,500, and then you turn around and write 9 $15 cash secured puts at 3 something a piece, you just brought in 2,700 additional dollars. You can write almost 2 more cash secured puts. You've now written 11 of them. There you go. You're now running 1,100 shares of SoFi in cash. Thank you very much. Now you're sitting on closer to, what is it, 13.5, 16, 17, 9. You're sitting on over 19,000 in cash instead of 13,000 in stock. That's 50% more value in your account, all cash, earning daily interest. Depending on the firm you're with, depending on your broker, whether or not you're buying any ETFs that pay monthly interest. We've gone over this a million times. This is available to you. You got to want it. You've just got to want it. I don't know how much easier it is. I just sit here and go, guys, the opportunities are knocking at the front door. Join us Saturday, June 14th. We'll talk about other ways of hauling in 100 a day, 200 a day, 300 a day, 400 a day, 800 a day, 1,000 a day, 1,500 a day, 5,000 a day, 10,000 a day. There are people out there, and there are hedge funds out there hauling in 100,000 a day in shrinkage. Don't think they're not doing it. They're doing it. If it's available to you, or you can bring in 100 or 200 a day doing credit spread expiries, shrinkage, don't you think there are institutions out there bringing in millions of dollars? How do you think you afford those $80 million Lear jets up there, those Gulfstreams? Where do you think that money comes from? It's coming from the gamblers. Somebody's losing for someone to be winning. Become a winner. I'll try to guide you towards this side of the market. And stop guessing about making money on a hot flying stock, and just take guaranteed shrinkage off the table. They're handing it to you. $200 gets you into the class. There's your barrier. Show up and listen. I don't know what else to say. I'm just a guy trying to help out. ALA DH1. Welcome everybody. Trip hazard. I wrote 275 11-13 put credit spreads on SoFi that expire July 18th, 43 days to expiry. I was given 53 cents a contract, $53 per spread. I used that money to write another 60 on the same put credit spreads. I used that money to buy 200 shares of SoFi. There you go, just compounding it and compounding it. Now that's aggressive. That certainly is not super conservative. It's 11.13 on a 13.59 stock, but that is leverage that Trip Hazard can afford to use and is working on it. There you go. The Qs are up 136 right now to 530, 13, 529, 74. We're jumping around. The Dow looks to be down about 8. Let me just update everything here. We just got started a couple of minutes ago. We're down about 6-8 points on the Dow. We're up 4 on S&P. We're up 39 on NASDAQ. And a headline coming out is an opinion piece. America's debt is at a breaking point. Trump's tax bill might push it over the edge. And there you go. And that's why the American dollar is sinking. Foreigners are going, I'm not going to keep lending you guys money with you guys running multi-trillion-dollar deficits. Not going to happen. We want you guys, your population, to pay up what you're spending on annual basis. If you Americans can't get your act together, your Congress can't get your act together, then replace them. That's what the outside world is saying to Americans. Why don't you elect people that will balance your budget? But who wants to pay? Nobody wants to pay. Everybody wants someone else to pay. And so the division continues, but the standard of living is crashing in America. That's the problem. The invisible hand is stealing money from Americans. I pity those out there who don't have a retirement plan, that won't have it, and will be 75-year-old greeters at Walmart. They'll be stocking shelves in Target stores at age 74. They'll be working a cash register somewhere at age 78. I cringe. I cringe at it because I'm already seeing it. I'm already seeing this, and you are too. You know it. I'm not lying. There are people here in America who know that if you go to a certain particular establishment, restaurant, store, drive-through, whatever, you are seeing people working there well into their retirement years. And that is the hole in the system. It's not good. It's not good. Welcome all. Brian, good morning to you. Pick-home inflation is just another form of taxation. Trip. Oh, then I wrote 3 covered calls, $14 on the 300 SoFi shares. I took that money. Giddy up, Trip. You make the money any way you want. I love it. I encourage you to just keep right on going. Take dough any way you want to take the dough from the option market. You could be aggressive with it. You could be passive with it. I keep coming up with the fact that for some of you out there, maybe half of you, the best course of action is to put a strategy together for 0 day to expiry, or 3 day or 4 day to expiry, where can you pull out of the market $100 or $200 or $300 a day on average into your account? Can you pull out $300 a day, 20 days a month? That's $6,000 a month, $72,000 a year. That's a nice starting point. Can you now build that to $500 a day? That is $10,000 a month, 120 grand a year. That's halfway to the top 10%er. $250,000 a year household income puts you in the top 10% of Americans. And you better get there, because the dollar is going to drop another 10%. It'll be down 20%. You now have to make $300,000 to stay in the top 10%. You're going to need to make more money. That's what we're trying to do here for you. At least I hope that's happening. Thank you all so very much for being here. Quick look at thumbs ups and the question of the day. 207 responders now, 110 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. 75% of you who follow this channel, you have more than 50,000 in your retirement account. This makes sense because the majority of my viewers are over 50 years old. The vast majority of viewers of this channel are 50 to 80 years of age. And it stands to reason that at age 55, age 60, you should have more than $50,000 saved up in your retirement account. You've been working since your 20s. You've been going at it for 30 years. If you've been putting in a couple of hundred a month, your employer's matched it, I hope. Have you grown your account by at least 500 a month, 6,000 a year? 20 years, you should have 120 grand plus whatever it's earning. I sure hope it's earning more than you've put in. That would make a lot of sense. So to have 76% of you say, I do have more than 50,000 in my retirement account, I'm happy about that. One of the stats that shocks me is the average American that is now 60, okay, only has enough money in their retirement account to last 1 year. That's the average. That's the scariest part of it. There are people who have an average of $50,000, but that's not half of Americans. That's less than half. That there are people with 300,000 that skew the number to 50,000 for the average. You follow what I'm saying? There are people out there with 10 grand, 15 grand in their retirement account, and they're 60. They have enough money in their retirement account with Social Security and the lifestyle they have. They only have 1 year of money for retirement. They can't touch that retirement account. They got to keep adding to it until they can't add to it anymore by age limitations. It is scary out there, people. Don't get caught in that part of it. Tom, thank you for being here, number 112 today. Thank you, my friend. Welcome one and all to the program. I have a feeling that anyone yesterday that wrote triple Qs with a higher than 530 call strike price, those call credit spreads, every single one of you made money. And I think the boss made money yesterday. And you know who you are. Someone out there is known as the boss. And I think even she had a nice day yesterday. I'm dying to hear about it. How did you do yesterday on your Qs, kids? Did you make any money writing those Qs that expired yesterday or are going to expire today? How you doing on those? 529.25 is where we're at on the Qs, up 48 cents so far. Margin Called is asking, would you have us look at doing 1 day to expiry on normal stock options Thursday, Friday? Yes, I would. I would say to you, if you want to do a 1 day to expiry trade on NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Google, Facebook, you might look into it, but you've got to be very careful about at least what I call the 10% rule. You want to be ahead of the market by a good percentage. You can't be $1 or $2 ahead of the market, not with 24 or more hours to go. You can't be doing that. And so look at the option chain, study the option chain. Can you do a $5 credit spread, a $2 credit spread, a $10 credit spread, where you can get 6, 8, 10, 12, 15% return and be way out of the money on the call side? I'd be on the call, not the put side, the call side. I fear the downside. I don't fear the upside. So Nico, neat. Don't forget the knee emojis for the nights of neat. Absolutely. 226 of you are here. Welcome all of you regulars to the show. Thank you for joining me from around the world. Let's make sure to keep the knee emoji attack going. If you can find that knee emoji symbol, nail that thing for us. Tell the Knights of Knee that you are aware of their mysterious powers and you honor them and respect their powers, and hopefully they will take care of you. Boeing Tiger knows what I'm talking about right now. Nico, Boeing Tiger, hitting the knee emojis instantaneously without any delay whatsoever. Thank you, everyone, for popping in here. ALA is on it. Pick Colm is on it. Neat. Don't forget, if you want the knee emojis to really work for you, open your window and yell out over your neighborhood, neat. And don't worry about the cops. They have a sense of humor. Margin Called is in. Richard Carlin is here. Charlie, that's what I did on IBM. Charlie says, I did on IBM. I wrote Tuesday 10, 272 to 270, July 6th for a 21-cent premium on IBM. IBM right now, where are we at right here? There we are. We're at 265.90. It's still a good write for today. I brought in 21 cents premium. That's $21 times 10, $210 for a $2,500 risk trade. The actual risk is $2,300 because you take the $200 off the $2,500. So using $2,500 of margin or capital to bring in $210 for July 6th expiry. Giddy up. Is that July or June 6th? I don't know, but nicely done, Charlie. You're taking in some dough. Henry just sold SoFi cash kid puts $15 expiring Jan 26. Got me $3, 20%. I took the 20% cash. Thank you very much. There you have it. Daily interest on 120% of your money. There you go. That's 18. Well, it's 1350 where the stock is plus 3, 1650. You're sitting on right now cash. Excuse me, June. I thought so. June 6th. They expire tomorrow. Those IBM contracts that Charlie did right there. These IBMs right here. They die tomorrow. And he took these in. He did this trade on Tuesday. They die tomorrow, and they will be worthless. The stock is at 266, and he's good till 270. Stock stays under 270, they die worthless. Now, he might close this position out later this afternoon. it all depends. How's IBM going to react? How's the market going to react? We're down 56 on the Dow. We're down 2.7 on S&P. Nasdaq's only up 8 points. We're going negative on the markets right now. If IBM goes lower, loses a buck today to 264, these contracts are going to shrink out big time. They die tomorrow, and they're further out of the money today. He might be out of this at any time. Way to go, Charlie. Just sold my SoFis. Right on. DH is here. Charlie, 4-day trade. Right on. James, the mystery tree. I wake up early and I listen to the show on my AirPods. I told the boss you were talking about her, and I put you on the speaker. You got a giggle out of her. She was kind of happy. Well, I'm hoping the boss made money yesterday on those triple Q spreads, because I believe she was writing out of the money spreads yesterday. And the Qs right now are at 528.31. They're down 46 cents this morning. They didn't break through 530 yesterday, I don't believe. So giddy up, thumbs up, boss. Taking the dough here, and maybe doing it again today. Congratulations, everyone. We're down 89 now on the triple Qs. Markets are backing off a little further. Dow's down 91. Now we're down to 123. We're down 15 on S&P. We're down 36 on NASDAQ. We're going red right now. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the program. This is the one channel on all of YouTube where I bet you on all the finance channels that are out there, this one channel goes, oh, the market is going down. This is great. I bet you that's what's going on. James, the mystery tree, her Qs, 538.40. They die tomorrow, and they are dying now. I think they're dying right now with a 527.97 market. This is looking really good. Nice job. Lisa, Tesla's down. Uncle Bruce, Tesla is going lower. We're down $18 to the fifth day in a row of dropping prices on Tesla stock. 313 down 18.28. Interesting stuff. Tesla under pressure. The markets are down 120 on the Dow. The Qs are down 81. The spiders are down 117. SoFi is up 8 cents. GameStop up 17. Rocket Lab down 61. NVIDIA down 44. ASTS is down 89 cents after a big day yesterday. HIMS, HIMS, down 62 cents. MSTR down 150. AI down 22. Supermicro down 145. Palantir up 93 cents at 130.94. Google up 172. Apple down 11. Microsoft up 61. Meta down 86. Broadcom down 128. Amazon up 117. Intel down 2 pennies. Netflix up 3.39. We've got Coinbase up 65. Costco down $23 today. Eli Lilly down 11.30. Uber up 20. Cisco down 4. Adobe up $3. AMD down 136. Unity down 60. Enphase down 77. Spire down 15. Moderna down 71. Just to give you a little peek at what's going on out there right now. Interesting markets today. APP, the app-loving stock that our friend JV is following, 414.89. It's already been up to 423 this morning. It's had quite the run. It is rumored to be joining the S&P 500. We'll see how this plays out. As I say, the stock has been on a run here, and I know JV, you're sitting on those $400 cash secured puts, and they're out of the money. So way to go, pal. Not too bad. That's been a real nice run. So keep an eye on that for you. Keep up the good work, buddy. All right. Moving on. We've got updates. Let's keep rolling. We're down 88 on the Dow. We're down 11 on S&P. We're down 45 on NASDAQ. We had a wave of selling go through. SoFi now at 13.57, up 11. The higher it goes, the lower those cash secured puts go. That's a beautiful thing. GameStop up 16 cents. 30.11 is where it's at right now. Triple Q's down 63 or so cents. 23andMe, have you noticed 23andMe on the over-the-counter market? I don't know if any of you are into this at all. $4.91, up 94 cents on 23andMe on the over-the-counter market. Again, I don't know what is going to happen here. there's all kinds of stuff going on, auctions and trying to close out the position. I'm not sure what to make. It says here the genetic testing business will sell for at least $305 million after bidders agree to a new sale rules. 23andMe has a path to a higher purchase price than the $256 million offered by biotech giant Regeneron after the genetic testing company's former chief executive pushed a bankruptcy court to reopen its sales process. 23andMe was set to sell itself in bankruptcy to Regeneron before former CEO Anne Woznicki bid $305 million after the auction ended through her recently founded nonprofit TTAM Research Institute. Woznicki's bid dwarfs her previous offers to acquire the company for $40 million just ahead of the March bankruptcy filing. On Wednesday, 23andMe asked Judge Brian Walsh of the U.S. Bankruptcy Court in Missouri to reopen the company's sale process so it could consider TTAM's bid. At the hearing, 23andMe's attorney inadvertently revealed the amount that TTAM offered to pay for the company. This prompted an on-the-spot negotiation between TTAM, Regeneron, and 23andMe that allowed the three to hash out a plan to conduct a second sale process. TTAM's $305 million offer will serve as a starting point, and if Regeneron wants to participate, it must bid $10 million more. Each bidder will then have the opportunity to submit a final offer, with Regeneron having the last look. The losing bidder will receive $10 million breakup fee. Very interesting. Pending court approval of the specific dates, the sale will take place later this month. This is a fascinating story. I tell you, I don't know how to react to it. I've said to many of you, 23andMe was to me had such an opportunity to really make something of itself. Maybe it still will be a very successful entity, but it's probably going to be years in the making, not months. And maybe Wall Street just ran out of patience. Investors ran out of patience and they ran away from it. And now on the over-the-counter market, the stock is $4.92. Now remember, this stock split at least 10 for 1, if not more. It's nowhere near what it ever was worth at one point in time. So I don't know, where you folks are. If you sold it off a long time ago, you took the write-off against, I hope, a lot of gains from the option market. And so there you go. It is what it is. Mandu number 5. Finally, the Qs are finally backing off. I mean, come on. Yeah, 528 is where we're at on the triple Qs. 527.96 so far on the Qs. 527.88. There you go. The markets themselves, the Dow's off 91. S&P down about 10 and NASDAQ down 21 points. There you go. Lisa, let's see if my Tesla July 18th 365 covered call, I might be going green today. This sucker is backing off here. Tesla is going down. 313 a share. You've got 365s. Down they go. Juan, that app is a keeper till 2026, Uncle Bruce. Dude, I'm watching my October 310s shrink out on Tesla. There you go, Kelly. Do you let your spreads expire, or is it best to close them out, or does it matter? It depends on your brokerage firm. It depends on the commissions. It depends on if there are fees involved at the end of it. I kind of like the idea of closing out before the end of the day for pennies if possible. If it's that cheap, great. If it's a nice profit, closing out, then you can reset a new trade and not worry about overnight activity on your particular contract, especially if they were getting closer. If they are falling away, if the stock the stock is backing off from your position, nice big spread, then your contract should really be shrinking out, and you could put in a nice little stink bid to close it out and move on. You might wait until tomorrow to take your next position. Let the overnights do what they do. Wait for tomorrow to show you what the market wants to do, and then you pick your next move. James of the Mystery Tree, original premium was 28 cents, and I think it's at 18 cents or 19 cents now, times 20 writes. She likes to close around 50% profit. There you go. Beautiful stuff. James, it's going her direction, no question. 527, 528 here. Every hour just eats these alive. It's a beautiful thing. Lisa, did you hear the Unity CTO resigned yesterday? He's only been on the job 6 months. That's that chief technology officer. That's interesting. Derek, Uncle Bruce, I wrote call credit spreads on NVIDIA, 155.60 for 5 contracts on NVIDIA. It is trading now at 141.50, and I've written 155.60s for July 25, and I got $1.06 for these. $5 spread, got $1.06, which is a 21% return, 5 times. So $530 been hauled in here for July 25. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I have been testing the waters, buying calls. I know I'm a gambler, but I'm only doing $500 at a time. I'm still having fun and I'm learning. Yeah, Brian, playing with fire over there. Derek, yeah, 155.60 on that NVIDIA trade. Look, I like this. I like those prices. The stock's all-time high is 150 something, 153. Yeah, you're telling the stock, come on, come to new all-time highs to give me troubles. Come on, come on, bring it on. Nice going, Derek. I like that trade. I like that trade, sir. Charlie sold 5 triple Qs, 533, 535s. They died today for 23 cents. So $200 to do the trade per contract. I got $23 for each one. That's an 11.5% return for today, 5 times. So I'm bringing in $115 on a $1,000 trade. That's all that is. Charlie, call credit spreads. That's what I'm doing, baby. Come on. I dare you. 528.64 at the moment. The Dow's down 124. That's not helping. We're down 12 on S&P. We're down 25 on NASDAQ. And that would stand to reason that the Qs will back off. And we'll see what they want to do here as morning continues to roll along. We're down 139 on the spiders. That's the S&P 500. You can do call credit spreads on those. They are reacting like the Dow is going negative, whereas the NASDAQ not as much, but at any time NASDAQ can turn on a dime. You know how this works. So we'll see how it plays out for you, kids. Giddy up, 528.28 down 42 cents on the Qs. The high today, 530.85. So they've given up 270 already from their highs. So they're definitely on the lower end of the scale today. That's where we're at right now. 528.06, about to go through 528 on lower. Dow's down 150 now. S&P down 16 and NASDAQ down 43 points. The Dow's down 0.37%, S&P down 2.28, and the NASDAQ 0.23. So NASDAQ's catching up to the other markets falling back from what I can see right now. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party, pal. Thank you for joining us. We're up 7 cents on SoFi despite all the red ink, and we're up 6 cents on GameStop, holding their own at the moment. We'll see how they perform. Rocket Lab down 78, NVIDIA down $1, ASTS down 74, HMIS down 113, MSTR down 334, AI down 40, as Super Micro down 162, Tesla down 1906, Palantir up 52 cents, Google up 166, Apple's up down $1 on Apple, Microsoft up 63 cents, Facebook down 99, Broadcom down 20, Amazon up 132, Intel down 11, Netflix up 1034, SmartRent 94 cents a share, up 3.5. Coinbase down 160, Costco down 22, Eli Lilly down 12, Uber's up 9, Cisco up a penny, Adobe up 350 to 417, AMD down $2, Unity down 82 cents, Enphase down $1, Spire down 8 cents. Moderna down 81, Pfizer down 20, IBM up 9 cents, falling, it's backing off. HPQ down 39, now 40. HD Home Depot down 180. Vanik Semiconductors up 4 cents. Goldman down 5.96. Boeing down 133. Target down a dime. JP Morgan down 3.80. Walmart down 75 cents. Disney is up a dime. American Airlines down 7 cents. DraftKings down 97. AMC unchanged. Royal Caribbean up $1.80 at 267.38. Welcome all to the program where people here trying to make money writing options. More comments. Dennis McElroy on June 3rd, 2 days ago. I wrote June 5th expiry. That's today. Triple Qs, 131, 136 for 98 cents. So a $500 trade gave them $98 in a credit spread. Very good. The last 2 days, not much green, and I want it out. Then it backs off in the last 15 minutes, and I see green at 66. I don't pull the trigger. Now it's back to 84. Well, 31 to 36, and we're at 528. You're out of the money, and it's backing off down 82 cents. So, Dennis, just sit here, sit tight, put in a stink bid at 41 or something like that, or wait another hour or two. This Dow is down 170. If we go down 200 or 300 points on the Dow, we'll be down a couple of bucks on the Qs. And then you're way out of the money, and you're going to pop down to the 30s. So, Dennis, you're looking good. Susan Shops, number 118 on the thumbs up. Dennis, looking for 48 cents to close. Am I too greedy while typing this back to 66? I wouldn't put in a buy order right now. I would just sit tight and pull it back. Keep an eye on the spreads just around you. Like, keep an eye on the 530, like that 533 contract is the key contract. It's the closest to the money, the one you wrote. Take a look at 534s and 532s and see how they're reacting. That will show you how yours are going to go. And just, just monitor that. You see the market down 170 on the Dow now, 20 on S&P, down 58 on NASDAQ. We're fluctuating all over the place here. 527.69 on the Qs. So we're backing off there, I believe. And so this should be helping you dramatically. And for you to go from the 60 cent to the 20 cent level, 2 minutes, 3 minutes is what all it would take. These are going to shrink out. So just patiently let the market continue to depreciate. Let's see what it wants to do. Time is your friend here. No question about it. Keep us posted, Matt. I love it. Making dough. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to see. I want you guys to get richer. Down 134 on the Dow, 14 on S&P, down 33.8 on NASDAQ. VIX is up 43 cents. That's the wrong direction, 1807. Gold up 460, oil up 82 cents. All right, giddy up, everybody. Let's see what is happening here. All right, lots to follow. 528.17 down 66 cents. Definitely going negative. Where are we at here? SoFi up 12, GameStop up 2, and Auntie Jen has arrived. How are you this morning? She's going to sneeze. There it is. One more time. There's going to be one more. There it is. There's always two. Dennis, hey, I then wrote Triple Q 534, 537 for today at 31 cents. And it's at 20. I plan to buy back at 15. Giddy up. Nice going. Again, making money, buddy. Making money. That's what we want to hear. Good morning, Auntie Jen from Richard Carlin.
Hey, Richie.
Hey there, everybody. We're negative on the markets a little bit right now. 160 on the Dow, 16 on S&P, 30 on NASDAQ. The Qs are negative 48 cents. So they're going your direction. Richard Carlin says, bless you. Cindy B, the VIX is going in the right direction for me. I sold a covered call on the VIX and a call on the Qs and SPY. Very interesting. Double D. I'm looking at a 95% profit to close contracts on the Qs unless it's the end of the day. One JV could Charlie. You are the best. Congrats on that 533, 535 Beach Point. Bless you, Auntie Jen. Mandu 5. Good morning, Auntie Jen.
Morning, Mandu.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Another fun day in the markets. The only channel on YouTube that celebrates a down day. Isn't that something? Yeah, SoFi up 15. GameStop now up 9. The Dow down 160. Today is Thursday.
Today is Thursday.
I'm thinking of the entire
the full meal deal.
Yeah, ham, cheese, egg, ketchup.
Ketchup.
Because I bought ketchup.
Because someone remembered.
I bought $4.59 ketchup instead of $12 ketchup. Yeah, sometimes it's not what you make; it's what you spend or don't spend, right?
That's right.
Yeah, Cindy B is saying. By the way, those were put spreads and call spreads, is what I was doing. I wasn't just writing calls only on Qs. Ed Spiders. Giddy up.
Okay, I'm
Welcome.
gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Please, yes, thank you so much. That'll be terrific. Love the toasted
Did you-
bagels.
Did you talk about the passing of Mark Garneau?
No, never mentioned it. Was he the first
He
Canadian?
was our first Canadian
The-
who worked on the Canada.
The first Canadian astronaut that went into space was a guy named Mark Garneau. This was in the 80s. He went up several times. He was operating the Canada arm for the space shuttle program. And after retiring from NASA, he became a
He went to
consultant. Then he became a politician and became a member of the House of Commons. He passed away yesterday at the age of 76.
Yeah,
And
not very old. Really.
he toured Canada all the time and went to schools, universities, colleges to inspire and let the young kids know
And he taught that
way up
next
there is
generation
another
of astronauts.
another world up there. He inspired a lot of other Canadians to become science followers, engineers, and so on. But he has passed, and there you go.
Canadian news. And the
Yep.
Oilers won in overtime.
Lisa says those Edmonton Oilers are heading in the right direction. How exciting in overtime! Yes, they won in overtime. They were down 3-1 in the second period.
I know the Panthers came out pretty strong.
Made it 3-2 before the end of the second, and in the third they tied it in the first 5 or so minutes of the third period. Then it stayed tied for the entire rest of the game. Then they went in overtime, and with less than a minute to go, they got a power play
I
goal.
was thinking
win
I
it.
just have to listen to the radio in the morning. I can't keep watching.
We barely hung on. We hung on last night to see the winning goal.
Okay,
Within
making it
30
quick.
seconds of the winning goal and the replay, off went the television.
Yeah.
We went to bed. Thank you, Jen. Splair, wait, do we have a down day? Oh, and good morning, Auntie Jen. Brian, Heinz or French's? It's neither. I'm using the generic brand, so it's probably Heinz or French's made under generic label for the Calgary Co-op store. No name, no name, and it's just fine. Henry, just cash secured put SoFi $15 expiring August 18. I got $223 for an August $15 cash secured put on SoFi. Charlie, that's a good one. Henry, B Tizzle, good morning. Auntie Jen, Brian, Uncle Bruce. Make sure you buy the Edmonton 50-50 tickets. Well, the 50-50 is now 3-point-something million. Unbelievable. They sell tickets online for the Edmonton Oiler 50-50 draw. Half the money goes to charities in Edmonton and Alberta. The other half is a payoff, and the payoff right now is over $3 million. And I think they pull the ticket out at the end of the series or something like that. It's going to be over 5-6 million. It's going to be huge. Henry, thanks. C2, B Tizzle, GameStop option chain is opening up even more. Each expiry out to July 18 now have strikes up to $61 as of today. You don't see that often on a $30 stock. There you go. More interest in these contracts. Splair, damn, honor goes out to Mark Garneau. I respect everyone who's flying to space from the old days up to this decade. There you go. Welcome all of you to the program. 119-point drop on the Dow is what I think we're at right now. The Qs look to be off about 40 cents at 528.37. The Spiders are down 94 cents. SoFi is up 23 now, 13.70 a share. GameStop is up 26 cents to 30.24. If you are selling SoFi shares and writing $15 cash secured puts, you can haul in around $3 for the Januaries. That's 20% on a $15 cash secured put. You're willing to buy the stock back for $12. That's what you're saying. I'll buy it back for $12. Yeah, I just sold it for $13.70. If you don't buy it back and the stock goes to $15, those 15s will be worth a lot less money. If the stock was to 17, they'll be worth maybe $1. You'll buy them back for way less than you sold them for, and now you will write $17 or $20 cash secured puts for additional dollars into your account, which could allow you to write more cash secured puts, depending on how you want to write it. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Congratulations on the Triple Q and the SPY and all the other call credit spread writers out there watching this closely. We're down 130 on the Dow now, 132. We're falling again. We're down 16 on S&P, make it 17 now. And we're down 50 on the NASDAQ, down 94 on the Qs, 527, 66. We're down 111 on the Qs. The lows have been 527.76. We're right at the lows right now for the Qs on the day. We're pushing the lows around. We might be going lower than the lower point of the day. There you go. Welcome, everybody, to the program. Thanks for joining us from wherever you are. I sure hope you guys get richer. A lot richer. There you go. Brian, there's a weekly 50-50 for 3.7 million and a monthly for June 25 for 7.3 million. I spent 45 on tickets. Odds are better than the lottery. James of the Mystery Tree, I was reading yesterday about Heinz. They have contracts with Canadian farmers for ketchup sold in Canada. Same in Spain for European sales, but they all use Heinz's proprietary seeds to grow the tomatoes. Z Estate, GameStop new option chain for August 2025 was posted yesterday. Right on, buddy. Thank you for that info. Way to go, pal. We're at 528.01 on the Qs. We're jumping around here quite a bit here, about 30-40 cents back and forth. The Dow off now 118 or something like that. We seem to be getting a couple of waves of selling through here. B Tizzle on social media. There are photos and videos of lines 100 deep outside GameStop stores nationwide. Second quarter revenue is going to be flat with those Switch 2 sales. Yes, the new gaming system has come out, and they just announced it, opened it up at midnight last night. GameStop is selling a ton of these. They've got a huge waiting list as well. I am certain of that. They're up 23 cents at 30.21. SoFi is up 30 cents at 13.76. Giddy up. Brian sees it. I see it. We like it. Go SoFi. Go GameStop. Make the viewers richer around here. Well done, each and every one of you. Whatever game plan you're playing with, credit spreads, cash secured puts, covered calls, poor man covered call trading, whatever works. Giddy up. Yes, Brian says to Zed, I'm excited for the August chain of contracts. Very excited about that. If GameStop picks up volume and picks up volatility, you will see way more option activity on GameStop. I mean, way more. Chicago's ready. Just show us the interest. We'll be there. SoFi, same thing. If SoFi wants to take a run here and pick up on its volume, the option chains will react. We're at 9.7 million on SoFi. Nothing crazy there, but it is up 31 cents. GameStop volume today, 1.1 million. That's nothing. That's a nothing burger. We typically trade 12 million a day. That's not going to happen with only 1 million traded so far. But it is up 30 cents. So the sellers are going, hey, wait a minute. These new gaming systems are selling like crazy. Why are we selling GameStop down here for? Let them haul in this money. Remember, every store that GameStop now has is most likely a moneymaker. They've sold off Canadian division. They've sold off a lot of the European divisions. So they're sitting on U.S. stores predominantly now. And I bet you that all the culling of the herd, they are making money at every store location with these moves. Could be good for the stock. One, JM, Uncle Bruce, I have $15 cash secured puts that expire June 20. There's still a little premium in these. Should I roll now or allow for a week more? I would roll now. And I would look at going forward, bringing in a couple of bucks. Can you bring in $2 more, $2.50 more? I mean, what can you bring in? Can you add a buck and a half, $2.50 to your account? You might be able to write another couple of contracts. I don't know how many you've got, but I would be looking at that. Trip Hazard, who SoFi jumped on a horse. Let's go. What's up with SoFi? Whoa. Pokemon cards are also in that store. Lisa, SoFi wants 14 today. Brian, open interest contract is not much next week. There's a ton for June 20th. I still think next week it'll pick up one. Neat. Brian, Uncle Bruce, in Southern Alberta, I drove past the GameStop and there were 90 people in line for Nintendo Switch 2. This is crazy. This is in Southern Alberta. Trip hazard, that was supposed to be whoa-wee. Okay, thank you. Thank you for helping me out. I appreciate it. Down 129 on the Dow, down 13 on S&P. We're down 36 on NASDAQ. The Qs are off 55.60 cents right now. 528.05 to 528.28. I'm not sure which quote is accurate. We've got a lot of fluctuation going on. Gold is down 450. The VIX is up 41. Oil up 88 cents. All right. Welcome to the program. Headline here from Barron's: the rich are shopping in dollar stores. What it means for the economy. Well, you can come to that conclusion yourself, don't you? When well-to-do folks are heading into the dollar store, what do you think that means? It's not an expanding economy. That is a shrinking economy. B. Tizzle, Brian, I bet the average spend for each of those people in line is going to be $750 at least for the gaming system, some new games. Right there, $750 per person, 90 in line in one store. All the stores have got lineups going. Yeah, GameStop is hauling in cash today, serious cash. Talking about serious cash, $13.88 on SoFi, up 46. 13.92 on SoFi, and GameStop 30.23 up 25. Both of those are moving nicely today. Anyway, there it is. Mike says, nope, Taco said the economy is great. All is well. No problems here. Nothing to cry about. Just a temporary pullback, folks. Nothing to see here. Don't worry about the blood in the streets on all these other stocks. 13.92 on SoFi. Volume is still showing 11.1 million. Maybe it's picking up volume now. Let's hope so. I don't have a headline to tell you about. I don't have news, but there must be something going on. GameStop now up 28 pennies on just under 1.2 million volume. So it's not taking off, but SoFi's got something going on somewhere. I don't know what, but it looks good. What else is going up here? Margin call. SoFi is going up. Bruce, Jeff Glass, I can tell you what happened to SoFi. I sold 24 of my $10 call options. Of course, it goes up after I sell. So there you go, Brian. I would say 750 to 100 Canadian dollars per person in line at GameStop stores. Now, the GameStops in Calgary and in Alberta are not owned by GameStop anymore. The GameStops are a Canadian company now owns GameStop Canada. So that's a different thing. Now, is there a royalty going to GameStop here? Is there some kind of an overriding supply contract going on between the Texas head office and the Canadian store? I don't know. The Canadian warehouses are in Mississauga, Ontario. Has GameStop just received $100 million in cash for all these stores? Or I don't know. I have no idea. You tell me. I'll let you know in the next financials if I can find it in there. No idea. Anyway, there it is. We're just watching a lot of the developments here. Down 138 on the Dow, down 140 again on the Dow, down 72 on the Qs. Now we're down 82 on the Qs, 528.01 here. There you go. That's what we're watching. SoFi 13.91 up 45. Thank you. 21-cent gain on GameStop. If the American stores have got lineups, hundreds of people in line, they are probably dropping 500 to 600 US easily per person as well, and that's got to be some nice profits for GameStop. I wonder if people in line at GameStop, if half of them are just picking up a pre-ordered game unit. They've already pre-ordered the game unit, and GameStop already has the dough. Maybe that's what's going on.
So we tried something different this time.
Oh.
We put the ham in the middle.
Ooh.
So see if it's squishy or squishy.
And this is on a snack set tray.
Yes, it is.
Hey, any of you out there collecting snack sets? How would you like to get a snack set autographed by Auntie Jen? I've been encouraging Auntie Jen
I don't think they want
ways to unload some of her dozens of snack sets from the 1950s and the 1960s and the 1970s.
And the
True
1920s.
collectibles. I'm sure she would be negotiable.
I'm not signing my Vaseline glass. I wouldn't do that.
Look at that. Look at that. Ham and cheese.
It looks
fried
big
egg.
because I folded the slices
Oh, I love this.
instead of having them hang over the edge.
Look at that ketchup. Can you tell if that's Heinz or not? Can't tell.
I don't think the
Didn't
keys
fall
are-
off,
are
so
your keyboard-
it's a good quality
Thanks,
ketchup. Let's
yeah.
try this
There
out.
we go.
Mm, 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 mm.
You might want to just take that off and put it beside it. It's limiting your bagel space.
Oh boy, this is so good.
Okay, people, start drinking. He's got the sesame seed.
It's not easy, you know.
Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Auntie Jen. Larry Titus, bagel, bagel, bagel. Swear, Heinz yesterday was the best example. Why probably more and more people go to the dollar store. Bagel time, says Swear. Jeff Glass, rolled my $25 Rocket Lab. Cash secured put that expires tomorrow to July 3rd for $1.20 credit twice. 240 more in your pocket, Jeff. Flint Creek Vaseline glass. Brian, SoFi hit $14. Bruce, $13.94 right now, up 48, trying to hit and break through 14. Nice to see that. Ricardo, heck, I was trying to get your cards. Yes, we've got cards. I've got comic books. She has snack sets, and we got to get rid of them. We got to get rid of them. Thank you, everybody. We just don't know what they're worth. We've been traveling. What can I say? GameStop up 30 cents, 30.28. Dow down 135, now down 106. It's jumping around like crazy. Qs are trying to do a rally, down 2 cents at 528.75. Oh boy, so good. One, JV. Uncle Bruce, I got 270.75 IBM call credit spreads that expire tomorrow. I got 49 cents for them. They're currently 42. I thought it would be more of a decay by now. Just sit tight. It varies. Sometimes the decay happens 15 cents in one shot. You just never know with some of these. You got to just let it happen. IBM 265, you're sitting on 70.75s. Well done, sir. Just sit back, fold your arms, and enjoy. Very good. Take those cards to your closet. GameStop. Tom, any Larry Bird cards or paraphernalia, Bruce? I doubt it. Nothing collectible. I don't think so. Christina, go. SoFi, go. 1403, baby. Margin calls. It's 1402, Bruce. It's gone. Dennis, the Qs. 5 times June 5, 534.37. I wrote this morning for 29. Closed with a stink bid for 14 cents. And I closed one, 531, 536 for a 33-cent profit for 66 cents. I have $2,000 to play with or put away for another day. There you go, Dennis. There it is. 0 day to expiry contracts can be done. Now, the market is improving right now. The Dow is down 56. NASDAQ only down 3.5. S&P down 4. The Qs are up 37 cents, which means some of you might be writing call credit spreads on Qs that die today at a higher strike price. If this thing wants to go up a little bit, you'll just sit back and go, all right, well, give me 535, 537, 536, 539. Give me 537, 540. I don't know. What does it want? I'll write another batch and let them die today. board tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We got buying waves and selling waves, and buying waves and selling waves. Isn't that the way? And we got a bagel, baby. Oh, yeah. Dennis, way to go. Thank you for filling us in on that. Bobby, isn't this the way? All month, everything green except SoFi. Today, SoFi green, everything red. Charlie, wait till tomorrow morning. Juan, wait till tomorrow morning. Juan, you might find that in the last hour today, those IBMs really drop off. That could well be the play. I don't know. We'll just, you fold your arms and watch. Charlie, no way IBM hits new all-time highs this week. No way they're going to do that. There you go. Loving this. $13.98 on SoFi. The high of the day so far, $14.05. 14.5 million traded. GameStop 30.30 right now, up 32 on 1.28 million. The high already 30.50 earlier today on GameStop. Here you go. The Dow down 51, S&P down 1.1 points, and NASDAQ is up 20. The Qs are up 84 cents or so, 529, 61, 65, somewhere in that neighborhood right now. Blair, no one wants to help me rolling my $10 GameStop call. I found a $12 call where the ask is at a $2 gain. I'm just asking, what is that, 50-cent premium? Middle is at $1. Patience, my friend. Patience. Low volume on GameStop. You got that right. And the stock is up. 30.33 now on GameStop, up 35. SoFi, $13.96, making another run at $14 today on your SoFi. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. The thumbs up meter keeps going, and the poll question keeps bringing in responders. We have 126 thumbs ups. Thank you. 244 of you answered the question of the day. Do you have more than $50,000 in your retirement accounts? 75% of you say, yes, I do. 25% say, no, I don't. I have work to do. And there are ways to build up your retirement savings, of course. But sooner the better, I can tell you that. Thank you all. And thanks for the 126 thumbs ups, everybody. Really appreciate it. Great of you to do that. B. Tizzle here. MSTR is offering a new product. STRD. That's in addition to the STRK and STRP. So they now offer 3 ways to get into leveraged, hedged Bitcoin positions. I'm reading up on the details now. Very interesting. Splair, I want that roll before I buy one back at the end of the year. Hopefully, giddy up, Splair. Hopefully, it'll work out for you. Down 53 on the Dow. Q's up 97 cents. 529.74. Spiders are up 10 cents. SoFi 13.93 up 47. GameStop 30.31, 30.34 now, up 36 cents. Rocket Lab down 54, but coming back on. NVIDIA has gone green, up 3 cents. ASTS is definitely coming back up. It's down only 26 cents now at 28.43. HIMS is down 34. MSTR up 116. It's bounced back to green. AI trying to come back to even, down 11 pennies. Supermicro coming back a little bit, still down $1.27. Tesla down 15.05. Palantir's up $1.40 at 131.36. Google up 161. Apple down 35 cents, but trying to recover. Microsoft up 250. Meta up 295. Broadcom up 97. Amazon up 261. Intel down 12. Netflix up 13. Coinbase up 180. Costco down $27. Eli Lilly down $5. Uber up 44 cents at 83.86. Cisco up 18 cents. Adobe up 5.67. Advanced Micro, AMD up, down 122 now, 117, just trying to bounce off its lows. Unity still down on the day, but bouncing up a little bit, down 52 cents right now. Enphase down 88. Moderna down 56. Pfizer down 9. IBM up 42 cents at 265.92. It's had a very small range of trading today, $1.10, $1.20 a share. Very tight trading range on IBM. We're down 35 right now on the Dow, make it 27, 28 points on the negative side. Unchanged on S&P, it would appear. We're up 22 on the NASDAQ, 0.1% gain on the NASDAQ. We're really not getting a major buy wave here. Now, we didn't have a major sell wave either, okay? We didn't get a major, oh, get me out of here. But we're not getting this, oh, I got to get in. No, that's not happening either. The markets are too high, I think, for what kind of returns are coming out of profits from public companies. That's my opinion. We're only up 76 cents. Now we're only up 69, 68 cents on the Qs. We're up 61 now. They're backing off again. 5.29.28 on the Qs. SoFi 13.92. GameStop 30.32. Time to chomp on a bagel. Yeah, baby. Dude says to be Dizzle, it's very interesting, especially they're going after the bond market. This is MSTR. They'll be able to sell shares to raise cash without diluting the common stock. Dude says STRD is going after the junk bond market. B. Tizzle. Dude, it's really fascinating how they're building up a capital structure out of Bitcoin. I'm watching the True North guys right now. Hopefully they can dumb it down for me. B. Tizzle, STRD is a junk bond. That is the kind of MSTR for Dummies explanation I'm looking for. Dude, I'll send you a couple of things on the Discord. B. Tizzle, thank you, my friend. For those of you who want to join others on Discord, you can become a Discord follower and a commentator or just a reader of what's going on. Send me an email. If you're a Gold Bagel member, send me an email and I'll send you linkage information how to become part of Discord. It pays to be a Gold Bagel member. Dow's backing off. We're down 82 again on the Dow. We're falling again. Negative on the Qs. We're down 27 cents. Short-lived rally. Now we're going red again. NASDAQ down 20 points. We're up 41 pennies on SoFi. We're up 29 on GameStop. $130 thumbs ups are coming. They keep coming with those thumbs ups, guys. Thank you. 249 voters for the poll question. Thank you. Mm, mm, mm. $5.28.54 on the Qs, down about 23 cents at the moment. Not going anywhere. We've had a $3 range from low to high today. 530.85 for the upper end, 527.77 on the lower end. That high was the opening. So, yeah, we cannot get back to the opening highs yet. It could be going lower. We'll see. Dennis says, I guess I'm a swing trader on these Qs. I reloaded the 534, 537s for 29. They're down to 16 again. Just like that. There you go. Taking the dough. Juan, JT, absolutely, Charlie. Thank you. There you go. People talking to each other, encouraging each other. We're down 91 on the Dow. We're falling again. We're now down 147 on the Dow. NASDAQ down 37. The Qs are now only up a penny or two. I think we're going lower on the Qs. I think we're down 88 cents. We're falling here. Trying to stay on top of this quick shifting market. It's shifting quickly here. Are we at 530? I'm not sure which to believe anymore. My Market Watch on one device and my Yahoo on another device, they're all over the place. We're down 120 on the Dow, and we're negative 48 on Qs, 528.45. Okay, Dennis, it's coming your way, along with all the others of you out there. Giddy up. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm. We're down 117 on the Dow. 117, and we were under pressure here. Interesting movements here. Mm. Wonderful. JV moved away to get my bagel and see the great new price on SoFi. IWM should participate in this, and rumors of going to the S&P 400. Giddy up. Mm, mm, mm. Whenever I lick my fingertips, I think about the movie with Harrison Ford, The Fugitive, where the scene is where he's in the hospital repairing himself. He sneaks into an old man's room, and he's in the adjacent room, and he's sewing himself up a little bit. And then he comes into the old man's room. The old gentleman is in bed sleeping, and in front of the old man is the tray with his breakfast. And here's Harrison Ford eating his breakfast with his fingers, and he's licking his fingers. That's what it reminds me of. I don't know why. It just does. What can I say? Just little thoughts about the movies from time to time come in there. Anyway, I really enjoyed that movie, The Fugitive. I thought it was great. 1990, I think it was 1993 that movie came out. Can you believe it? 32 years ago. The Fugitive came out with Tommy Lee Jones and Harrison Ford. Mind-blowing how long ago that was. Just mind-blowing. Thank you, everybody. And appreciate you all being with us here today. We're down 37 to 48 points on the Dow. We are fluctuating 50 points now, back and forth, like nothing. 50, 60-point swings are now coming into this market. And the S&P is down 1 3/4 points. The NASDAQ is now up 20. We're really jumping around here. For some of you, it's an opportunity to do some swing trades. No question about it. The clock is your friend, and stay well enough out of the way, and you will be making money. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me. All righty, I think I'm going to call it a day here and leave you to your devices. Continue the excellent work that you're doing, everybody. Thank you again for those of you who have been registering to join us for class number 19 next week, Saturday at noon Eastern. The spots are quickly filling up, which is great. We'll have a great participation class here. Really looking forward to going over with that. That'll be a good 2-3 hour presentation, I'm sure. Instructions on how to become part of the class are down below, and consider registering ASAP, and we'll have a little bit of fun here on Saturday, the 14th of June at noon Eastern. Saturday, the 14th. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. All right. Thank you all. Have a wonderful rest of your day today. Make a ton of money. Please get richer. Let's hope SoFi breaks through 14, goes to 1450 today. Wouldn't that be delightful? Go GameStop and make a bunch of money on those Qs and SPYs and those credit spreads you're running up for tomorrow. Keep me posted on how you're doing, everybody. Get a lot richer. It's nothing personal. I just want you to get really rich. Thank you again for your support of this YouTuber from around the world. It is so appreciated. Jen and I, we love you guys. And have a wonderful rest of the day. Though you get those knee emojis up there, let the Knights of Neat know what you think of them and how much you appreciate them helping you make it to the next level. Okay, guys, that's it from me. The Big E, of course, is giving us the knee emojis with a Z at the end. As always, that's kind of a trademark, you know. Margin Call, James of the Mystery Tree, Beat Tizzles, Blair, Larry Titus, JV, thank you guys. Get a lot richer today. I love it when you guys make a pile of money out there. Keep the drive alive. We'll keep an eye on it from this end over here, and we'll talk to you a little later. Look at your SoFi, 1408 right now. Here it goes. SoFi, baby, 1408 on 19 million. We finally got some volume in here. 1411 now on SoFi. The 13 level is the high of the day. 1413 is the high day. We're just about there, up 65 cents. There's clearly something going on, and it's something good. So we'll watch that. 30.57 on GameStop, up 59 cents. We love it. Go, baby, go. Thank you, Boeing Tiger 1, Charlie, Splair. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day. Keep an eye on the market. I will, too, and we'll talk to you later, everybody. Bye.